Kia ora guys, welcome to another flip video. Today we are learning to round whole numbers to the nearest 10, 100 and 1000. Alright, let's get into it. Can you think of a real life example where you have to round a number? Have a think, have a ponder. Where do we use rounding? Alright, let's look at the rounding rules. When do you round up? If the number you are rounding is followed by a 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, you round that number up. For example, 38 is rounded to 40 if you're rounding it to the nearest 10. When do you round down? If the number you are rounding is followed by 0, 1, 2, 3 or 4, round the number down. Example, 33 rounded to the nearest 10 is 30. All the numbers to the right of the place value column you are rounding to becomes 0. In this example, we're rounding to the nearest 10, so all the numbers to the right of the tens column become zeros. So, rounding to the nearest 10. Rounding numbers to the nearest 10 means finding which 10 they are nearest or closest to. For example, 68 rounded to the nearest 10 is 70, because 70 is the closest 10 to 68. So we're talking about the tens column. Round these numbers to the nearest 10. 7 would round that to 10. 23 would round that to 20. 157 would round that up to 160. Alright guys, moving on. Rounding to the nearest 100. Rounding numbers to the nearest 100 means finding which 100 they are nearest or closest to. So they're closest to 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, or 900. For example, 243 rounded to the closest or nearest 100 is 200, because 43 is closer to 200 than it is to 300. Round these numbers to the nearest 100. 557. That would be rounded up to 600, because 557 is closer to 600 than it is to 500. 253 would be rounded to 300, because 253 is closer to 300 than it is to 200. 3,517 would be rounded to 3,500. Alright guys, rounding to the nearest 1,000. Rounding numbers to the nearest 1,000 means finding which thousands they are nearest or closest to. So are they closest to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000? I think I didn't miss a number then. We're good. For example, 6,488 rounded to the nearest 1,000 is 6,000, because 6,488 is closer to 6,000 than it is to 7,000. Let's check out some more examples. 7,621 would be rounded to 8,000, because it's closer to 8,000. 2,399 would be rounded down to 2,000. 15,732 would be rounded up to 16,000. Remember guys, all the numbers to the right of the place value column you are rounding to become zeros. So in this case, we were looking at the thousands column, so all the numbers to the right of that are zeros. So the hundreds, the tens, and the ones columns are all populated or all have zeros. Alright guys, good luck with your rounding. Cheers.